Moon and sun eclipses for the year 2020. Okay, we see the lunar and solar eclipses, what they're referred to. These are events that take place between the moon and sun, and we see the dates of June the 5th, the 21st of June, July the 5th, November the 30th, and December the 14th are the dates that are aligned on the calendar where these events are going to take place. These are very important celestial events that affect what's happening on the earth, as above, so below. Lunar eclipse, June of 2020, which is tomorrow. Depending on where you're at on earth, it will be tomorrow, and it will be on the 6th. It will be visible depending on where you are on the earth. Be visible in Chile and Africa and Europe, Australia. And we can see that there is a full moon now, and we can see how the penumbral lunar eclipse will look like almost like a glow, and that's due to the moon phase being a full moon. So you take that full moon light and put it over the front of the sun, it looks like the previous image, and this would be a new moon in front of the sun, which would be a different type of lunar eclipse. We also see the eclipse from a photo of with the camera, how it would look, and we can see that it covers the sun perfectly. They're the same size, they're twins. The same way you have a man and a woman, a twin, just like Gemini. Man is the sun and the woman is the moon. Their essence is projected from this power onto the earth. Very important. And now we see that during this time there are different nodes, which are areas where the frequencies come in, and they have these lined up to where they call this a horoscope. And it's really a node, same way the computer has been designed from the universe, where the computer has nodes. To when you get into cryptocurrency, you know that nodes processing the currencies, the transactions, and it's the same way with the universe. They have designed this off of the universe. And we see the celestial calendar of January 2020. We know that on the 10th of January was the first lunar eclipse for the year, and it was a full moon lunar eclipse. And we know that there's going to be a second full moon eclipse, because we're in a full moon right now, and the eclipse occurs tomorrow. And we know that these are very important because they affect the frequencies, which are annotated into codes, and we can see these codes being used to power the system of the beast. The events and rituals that they have set up are based on these events to siphon the power into their puppet show, the Sims game that you are a part of unknowingly or knowingly. And it's a rare event for there to be a full moon eclipse. It just so happens that two of these is going to take place this year. So the 10th of January, the 1st, and then the 5th of June, the 2nd. You see the alignment, how these movements take place upon the face of the earth. The lunar eclipse guide, penumbral, January the 10th, penumbral, June the 5th. And as I indicated, the full moon is the penumbral eclipse, and one occurred and another one is going to occur, and we see the full moon now. So we know that that's what happened on the 10th. And then we can see more information about this upcoming penumbral eclipse on June the 5th. And you can see the pattern or the course that it takes. And then we can see that there are 3 types of lunar eclipses. And they have to do with what phase the moon is in during that time. And then we can see a penumbral eclipse is going to take place on the 5th of July, the day after the 4th of July, where they celebrate in North America as Independence Day. So we know that the beast is going to have some things set up, synced up with this to siphon that power. We see November the 30th. I believe I said November the 30th earlier. If not, I want to correct that and say that the date is November the 30th, 2020. Another penumbral. So that's about 4 full moon eclipses that's going to happen in 2020. And take 2020 in numerology, and it's a 4. So zeros add up to 0. When you add the 2's together, you get a 4. So we see some very sophisticated intelligence of the Creator, Mother Nature, occurring. And then we can see the path that these eclipses follow, that are charted. And we can see the Earth is a disc. You can see that it's flat. You've seen a map before, right? Okay, well that should tell you or show you what the Earth is like. And then once again, we see the moon and the sun together, the binary code, the 0 and the 1, the phallus and the womb. You see the codification. You see the power that is over the Earth. You see the course, the intercourse that takes place every day. You see these with your naked eye. You don't have to get on a telescope and tell me about a damn star that's somewhere else or another light you see, because we can see these without that, and we see them with our naked eye, and we know the impact that they have on the seasons, bringing about the seasons. We know the codification of the seasons is coded with the spring equinox 321, which is a 33, the summer solstice 621-63, the fall equinox 921-93, and the winter solstice the 1221, which is a 33. And once again, we see the Earth, once again, the patterns of these eclipses upon the accretion disk, where creation is taking place. And now we see the pattern of the total solar eclipses over North America in the 21st century. You can see the pattern of this looks similar to a ribbon, and we know, around a ribbon is a gift or presence that the Creator has for her offspring. And we see the 3 different solar eclipses, total, annular, and partial. And we can see that the moon phase is a new moon, and it passes in front of the sun, and it annotates a solar eclipse. So depending upon the moon phase and the positioning will determine the type of solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse 2020. These are very important for us to know what's going on in our universe and our world. And once again, we can see the solar eclipse. We see the black dot, the period, the new moon. And we can see that during the total solar eclipse, there is a resonance that you can see of the sun, the corona, and a diamond ring effect. And we can see that the corona is being used in the puppet show with the coronavirus. And it just so happens that this year in 2020, on June the 21st, there is a annular solar eclipse, and it's on the same day as the summer solstice. And this is further proof of Mother Nature, the Creator, proving her powers, as you see the alignment of a season on the same day as the celestial events, not by chance. It is a very strong coincidence that needs to be recognized by man and woman. Have to pay attention to what our Creator does, and not what the system is trying to get us to pay attention to. Okay? So I indicated that annular solar eclipse on June 21st. That is a very extremely rare event, and I think the last one occurred 100 years ago, when they had a virus synced up with that, or a flu, the Spanish flu or something like that. And you can see a pattern of the fake history that is documented, that is synced up with these events, where they have their little manufactured artificial events that correspond with the reality of Mother Nature, the Creator. And once again, you can see that Chile, Argentina will have a view of these eclipses this year, and another chart of upcoming eclipses, and that goes back to 2019. And it also has the eclipse on the 21st, and then we see there is a total solar eclipse on December the 14th, which is very important. That's going to occur at the end of the year. So we already know the beast got some things lined up, some trickery, some Halloween tricks, got you wearing a mask, making every day Halloween. So we know how their system likes to deviate and do devious things. They correspond with beautiful, miraculous things. And, they use magic, and Mother Nature, the Creator, she uses miracles. And we should be focusing on manifesting miracles instead of trying to do fake magic. It's the same thing as intelligence versus smart. It's not even a fair comparison when you're trying to be smart, because you end up being a dummy. Be intelligent. That is the highest level that you can get to, a frequency to be able to oscillate to where you can be able to translate the frequency of the Creator and be the mouthpiece and speak truth by seeking truth and speaking truth. And in unison, it's like riding a bicycle. You paddle up and you paddle down. So you got to seek and speak truth. And that's more information on the that total solar eclipse in December. So that's a very important event as well. And we know that that will be 7 days before the winter solstice. And we also see more information on this, the nodes and the horoscope alignment and the symbols and the symbology that's used. And this will get you in the right direction to where you can gain more insight and do more research, to where you can have a higher comprehension of what's going on in the universe. And that will make it very easy for you to be able to recognize things that are done on the earth and know when they're going to happen, and start participating in prophecy and predicting events and profiting from this knowledge. Knowledge is power, and this is what we need. And Total Solar Eclipse Festival, it's like these are the events that we should be celebrating, and we're in the middle of one right now, and people are preoccupied with participating in a ritual that they don't even know is a ritual. But here we have the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipses together, and it's very beautiful to witness these, and to take part in them and to participate and to resonate on a high frequency and to plan the things that you want to do in your life and to know the time frame on when it's good to do something and when it's not so good to do something. And this is very important for man and woman to come back to nature and come back to their creator and celebrate the power and the life that they have, and to stay in alignment and focused on becoming supreme beings and having eternal life, as does the sun and moon. And we see they're busy.